Apparatus Without Borders, the University of Education Science Club, Tutorial 2026. When school bell in distance, then silence, then microscope focusing. Open a biology textbook in Banjul, Serekunda, Brikamaba, and you will see a diagram of an onion cell label, cell wall, nucleus, vacuole, etc. Upon the same textbook in Farafenni, Brikamaba, Basse, or a village school off the South Bank Road, you will see the exact same diagram. But here's the difference. In Banjul or Brikamaba, a student might rotate the nose piece of a compound light microscope, adjust the diaphragm, and see that onion cell at 400 times magnification with their own eyes. In many rural schools, that cell remains ink on paper. The microscope is either locked in a cupboard, broken, or never existed. This is the gap the University of Education, the Gambia, UEG, formerly Gambia College, Science Club, decided to confront in 2021 up to date. The UEG Science Club asks, what if we took the laboratory to the students? And so, the tutorial tour was born. Mission statement: to bridge urban and rural schools in scientific experimentation and to ignite the flame of STEM in every Gambian child, regardless of postcode. For 6 consecutive years, UEG Science Club executed this mission with precision. 2021 Jarasoma, Lower River Region, the pilot, we arrived with microscopes, breadths, and uncertainty. We left with proof rural students are hungry for practical science. 2022 Basse, Upper River Region, the demand doubled. We expanded our apparatus with more test tube conical flanks, measuring cylinders. We taught in a crowded classroom where the temperature was 38 degrees above. But the attention never wavered. 2023 Farafenni Band region, our first time in NBR. Here we saw the starkest gap schools with 0 functional labs. We ran sessions under high temperature. From the sun was better than the classroom lighting. Brikamaba 2024 Central River Region, students walk 5 to 4 kilometers. A boy said, "Uncle, this is how real scientists work." Yes, this is how. 2025 Basse, you are again. A return by popular demand. Former students were now our lab assistants, showing younger ones how to use a pipette filler without sucking acid or base. 2026 Farafenni, we return to where the needs was greatest, full circle. 6 years, 6 towns, and 1 mobile laboratory. Thousands of students impacted. We didn't come to lecture, we came to do science. 4 core practicals forms the backbone of every tour. Experiment 1, proving cell theory with microscopy. Objective: to observe actual plant and animal cells and validate the statement all living organisms are composed of cells. Apparatus: compound light microscope, glass light, cover sleeves, methylene blue stain, iodine solution, scalpel, onion bulb, and toothpicks. Projectile motion, physics in the school ground. To investigate the relationship between angle of projection and horizontal ring. And this is the first time of the students of the rural schools have the opportunity to see what we meant by projectile launcher. The spin launcher, steel ball, meter rule, stopwatch, protractor. We took physics outside. Students set the launcher at 30, 45 and 60 degrees. They fire the ball, measure the range where it hit and time of flight. Students plotted range versus angle and saw the parabolic curve emerge from their own hands. Theory made real. They proved horizontal velocity is constant, no acceleration, while vertical velocity changed due to gravity. One student said, "So this is why footballers bend the ball." Exactly, science is everywhere. Acid-base titration, the art of neutralization. To determine the unknown concentration of a base using a standard acid solution, apparatus were burette, pipette, conical flask, white tile, phenolphthalein indicator or universal indicator, 0.1 molarity of sodium hydrogen thiazocarbonate 4, and acetic acid, unknown concentration. Students rinse the burette with acid, then fill it with removing the air bubbles from the jet. Using a pipette and pipette filler, never the mouth. They transfer the volume of the base into the conical flask. They added drops of indicators. Then the titration began, drop by drop, swill, drop, swill. The UEG Science Club didn't bring magic. We brought apparatus, we brought procedure, we brought belief. The data is clear. The gap between urban and rural is not cognitive ability. It is access to experimentation. When you give a child a microscope, you give them a new way to see the world. The University of Education, the Gambia, born from Gambia College, understand this because many of our own lecturers were once rural students who never taught a pipette until university. We are closing that gap, one titration, one cell, one trajectory at a time. From 2021 to 2026, from Jarasoma to Farafenni, this is not just a tour. This is UEG saying to every Gambian child, the laboratory is yours, science is yours, the future is yours.
Okay, these are our colleagues from the University of Education, previously known as the Gambia. we have three groups among them. Some of them were going to conduct experiments or practicals on biology, and others will be conducting practicals on physics, and the others will be on chemistry. All of those practicals are very important because we only have the theory part of it. So here is an opportunity for you to learn from them. They are here with Mr. Boja, their leader. We will be really glad to have the experience from you, and we are all very proud of you.
Good morning. How are you all? I am Jamanji Konde, a student at the University of Education in Gambia, majoring mathematics and general science. We are here from the University of Education in a club called Science Club. Every year we normally embark on a trip to each region. So this time, you people are the luckiest to have received us in North Bank region. So I'm here with my colleagues to take us through, as your teacher rightly said, on the three areas, that is biology, chemistry, and physics. So here is Musa Salah, is our colleague, he is our Secretary General of the club, and she is Khadijatu So, the Vice President. Katindao is our logistic. She was the one responsible of our teachers and the logistic arrangement. And her little assistant, that is Umi, they are the logistic team. And we have also Suntu, Sonko, and Boy, and his Honorable the HE, that is BD. So we are here to help. As we know, we don't know all, you don't know all. It's a place of escape. Give us time and listen to what we have for you, and I believe it will be a successful session for throughout this day. So I thank you all for welcoming us to this school, and once again, thank you all. I am Jamanji Konde, the Finance Minister of the school.
This one is to bridge the gap between the rural and the urban people, because we have realized that many of the rural schools don't have this scientific material or a well-equipped lab to conduct this practical. And you know that in your exams, I think you are the first student, right? Yeah. You will be doing this kind of practical. And if you don't have experience with this, it might be difficult, you might find it difficult. So the main purpose of us coming here is to help you guys to understand certain practicals from the science aspect. So I hope you stay with us and learn more from it. At least, if you don't understand anything, you can ask us. We are here to help. And we are also here to learn, so we are not perfect. We are just like you. You understand? Thank you.
Rightly mentioned. Our main focus today will be on chemistry. Okay? Chemistry on the topic acid-base titration. Okay? You've done acid-base titration, and our main focus is on the practical aspect. Okay? You've done acid and base. We will go through some brief on what acid-base is, but our main focus will be on the titration aspect, that is the practical aspect. Okay? Good. So we have acids. As grade 12 students, I believe you must have learned what acids are, or you must know something about acid. So I would like someone to tell me what he or she knows about acid, or definition of an acid. Good. Yes, we said an acid is a substance whose aqueous solution produces hydrogen ion or hydrozonium ion as the only positive ion, right? They react with base to produce salt and water only. Okay? You have to add that there. They react with base to produce salt and water only. Okay? And that process is called what? When acid react with neutralization reaction. Okay? When acid react with base to form salt and water only, that process is called neutralization reaction. Yes, any other chemical property? Okay. No problem. Yes. Okay, that is on the action indicator. You said what? It turns?
Blue red must be red.
It turns blue litmus paper red, right? That is one chemical property. That is when you use the indicator, which is litmus paper. Yes, any other indicator that we have?
Who can even arrange your space for us, please? Let's produce only as the only negative. Yeah, that was a good try. He said, base, arrange the values as the soft and not produce hydroxyl ion as the only negative ion. But he left out something very important. Arrange exactly is your solution. Remember, basis, so arrange the values as the soft and not produce hydroxyl ion as the only negative ion. This is your solution. Isn't it? Hydroxyl. And the only negative ion is aqueous solution. Please don't remember that. It's very important.
Why do we titrate? Why? To know?
To know the concentration of an unknown substance.
Good. Good job. To know the concentration of an unknown substance. That is the reason why we titrate. Today we are going to deal with acid base titration. But under acid base titration, who can tell what is the name of this apparatus? This is the bread. What about this one? Conical? What about this one? Pipette. I know the plan. I know this one. What is this? What is the use of it is used for transparent liquid. Do we know this? Yes. What is this? The pipette? If you look at this pipette filler, we have A, S and E. E is the what? Eject. Eject. S is for what? Soft. A is for what? To absorb. You press A, release the air. It goes. What type of indicator is this? We have told you about some of the indicators. What are they?
Oh, it's not enough time.
This is universal indicator. It's an universal indicator. And we have what? This is bigger. So this is how we fix our apparatus. And what is this called? Stand. Now we have liquids here. As instructional sheets are given, you have two liquids here. That is why we say in the lab, do not eat in the lab, do not drink in the lab. You should not even enter with food in the lab. These are liquid. Someone may think that they are water. Put this acid inside where? Inside there? Up to where? Zero. Okay. Zero or max zero? But first, confirm whether the tap is closed. Now we pour.
We already confirmed.
It's tau.
Is it at zero? Huh? It passes zero.
Yes.
When it passes zero, what do we do? You increase or decrease? Is it at zero? Are you sure? Come and check whether it's at zero.
want to check police guard.
And this pipette, they are doing a marker. It does not mean that you should fill it. There is a mark here. That is 325 ml stuff. Huh? Check this pipette fill. No. In fact, just concentrate on the color and you open the tap.
It is almost there.
It's almost there. When it's there, we allow it and we close. This is not pink. It's pink. So still now it's not there. Huh? So you gonna recognize colors? Look at them. Are you listening? Why?
That is okay. This is pale.
Are they the same? I'm in the same color.
No,
Why? Something occurs here.
Yes.
What happened? Reaction take place. Acid is mixed here with base. Here is only base with indicator. So if the color was like this, now it changed to this. The moment it changed to this color is the time you should stop and read and put your final reading. And who can tell me what is the final reading? Okay. Come on, see. Yeah. Can you tell the class what is the reading? Just put your hands like this. Huh? The reading starts from where? Nice one. 4 point. He says 4.20. Yes, let someone come and confirm.
It's 4.20.
4 point. So he said the first is what?
Another one.
The third one, huh? Okay. So the class captain confirm, huh? Alama. 4 point. Can you tell
When a body is projected from a point of projection, so where it's land on the same projectile plane. This is the first case, isn't it? The second case, when a body is on a tower and you throw it down, then it is this. When a body stands here and you throw it down. The third case is when a body is on a tower or any of it, this one, and it goes up and comes back. Have you seen this? Yes. So this is one of the examples of this. This body is on the tower. The distance between this, from the ground level to here, we take it as 50. There is an initial velocity. Any body of planetary motion must have initial velocity, isn't it? You're going to go with that initial velocity. But maximum velocity is always 0. That is it. So now, the time of flight for this and the time of flight for this, how you find it is different. The time that it takes a body to travel from here to here the time that it takes the body to travel from here to here is equal to the time that it takes this body to travel from here to here. But in this case, it's a different case. This body starts from here, isn't it? And travels up to here. The time that it takes this body to travel from here to here is different from this one, isn't it? So that means there is a formula that you are going to use. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
You haven't seen it? If you put behind, you have to do it. So you see this, huh? I am fixing my design. Well, move well. You see this? When this object is inside this, you want to know the time that it takes this body to land, and also the horizontal distance that it covers. That's what you want to know, isn't it? So now, you must have a word. During exam, you must have a word. If you put it, as soon as you put it, you have to measure it also the height. The height of this tower. If you measure it, you record. You know there's no time, that's why you don't record. There must be exam. Well, you miss everything. So you see? I see this. It's a pretty much acting, isn't it? What's the distance? I see the point.
This is called a plunger. This is called a plunger. And this is called the projectile lump. Let me show you. This is the projectile lump. So this is the point of what? Projection. So this, from this ground level, this is our tower. You understand? So this is our tower. From here to here will be the height of the tower. Because this one is placed exactly at here. So our angle of projection will be located here. You see, this one is already at 30-degree angle. If you want to regulate it, you simply lose here a little bit. You lose it. You see now, you can take it to any angle you want. You understand? The smaller the range, but the greater the height, the ball will launch. You understand? Because if you have this greater angle, then obviously the ball will be launching high, but the range it will cover, it will be very small. You understand that? You understand that? So this is the physics behind launching missile, ballistic missile. This is the physics launching ballistic missile. So you can see now, we can choose angle 35 because from here 0 to fill to this dot is 10 meters. Here to here is 20, 30 degrees, 40, 45, 50, 50, 60, then you have 70, 80 and 90. So you can use any angle. So you can see that we already have our angle 40. The height of the tower is from this end to this end. The range will be from this distance up to where the ball will go. So now in doing this, we should have a timer. The one who will launch and the one who will mark. The one who will mark will consider the first drop of the ball. So now you have to push the ball. Go inside. If you put the ball to go inside, it is having different levels. Understand? It is having different levels. You see the angle move. That's why it is always advised for one to move the ball, for one to push the ball before regulating the angle. So now, right now, if we have to push the ball, you push the ball. You see, these are gaps. I see that. You push the ball, you leave it. Understand? So one person will be responsible for our timer. One person will be responsible to mark where the ball will first land. But the timer will be connected to the first land of the ball. Understand? So the timer and the one who is projecting, they will be always communicating. This is why they can look at the missile and tell you when will the missile reach a particular place. Because they calculate all those things. The way the missile can cover and the time of flight of the particular missile. Who will be the timer? Timer? Okay. 1, 2, 3, whether we accept on 3, then if I launch, the moment I release the ball, you are also going to get the time. You have to be fast, huh? So now, do you understand that? So now, in launching this, you are going to use power. So this is angle. As we stand at this, you will pull here.
You have to squat. You have to squat. The ball is very fast. You don't understand what squat. Huh? Jump on. Let's say 1. Are you there? 2, 3. To get ready for launching. So how do we do that action? You use pressure. The moment you push the ball, you see first step. First step, huh? You see the first step? Like if you push, look at here. You see gap, if you increase pace. You see gap, you increase again. You see another gap coming. Understand? But the more pressure you add, the higher the ball will go. The faster the missile will be released. Understand?
So it's not like this is the ribosome, this is the mitochondria, this is the food vacuole, or this is the something like that. All
Okay. Put it there. No.
Yeah.
Yes. In the middle. In the middle of the cover sheet.
Middle, but you ain't gonna take the paper.
Can I?
In the middle.
Use it. Repeat. Okay, no problem. I thought that was the other one. Now observe.
I love your confidence.
Now you observe.
No, I'm not done.
This time you are not using iodine.
Yes.
Like you can get out.
I see. So what next? I see. Move a little bit.
I'm like move.
Move.
You have to be out in countryside.
This one is the blood. We have removed this one.
No, I need the blood.
The blood.
You know what this guy could
What happened to that?
Copy there.
My name is Sariwa Kesai, a student from 11 Science. I am the class rep of 11 Science.
What are you going to say to the science club?
Thank you guys very much. See, we have learned these cells, but we learned the basics. But today, you guys move us into different areas. Yes, the class was interactive.
How do you feel about it?
Definitely, I'm glad, very happy to meet you guys. We experienced a lot, most especially physics, chemistry, and then biology. Definitely, I experienced a lot because I learned new things which I never heard of. Definitely, it's amazing. Continue doing this kind of project because it helped a lot. For example, this for physics, we normally didn't do project side, and then at these classes we experience a lot because we learn many things, the likes of projectile. It is a new thing to us. Yeah.
Of course, I learned that. Yeah, you know, most of the apparatus also is a problem to many schools, which as you are expressing yourself in the physics area, talking about the projectile motion, seeing the projectile manifest and those things. So, but we are so grateful that you people learn a lot also during this practical.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Al-Haji Salah. I'm the biology teacher here. I've been teaching for the past couple of years in this school here. And like you have said, we are really grateful for the experiments, the practicals that we have conducted here.
Thank you, Mr. Salah. Okay. So, Mr. Salah, how do you see the Science Club today, coming all the way from Brikamaba campus, the UEG, to Farafenni to conduct these tutorial classes in the practical aspect? Because we learned that this is just trying to bridge the level of practical access to the students of rural and urban students. So now, today, what can you tell the Science Club in terms of improvising or in terms of inclusion to the benefit of the students at large?
Okay. First of all, I wish to say thank you very much to all of the members of the Science Club from the University of Education, more specifically Mr. Boya and the entire team. Yes, it was successful, and again, like I've mentioned previously, that in schools like this one here, we mostly have the theoretical aspect of the science areas. So it's a big opportunity for us and for our students to have the first-hand experiment to see how most of these things that are very relevant in the science area to be able to experiment and see for themselves, and then at least to learn from a direct source. I am a biology teacher here. For the past couple of years, I've been teaching them about the cell theory, and many aspects of the cell, and also about some very important aspect of biology, the microscopic part of biology, dealing with amino-microorganisms and nucleus. Most of the time we improvise by providing pictures, but they hardly see at least the actual cell or something related to it. So this is an opportunity, and I'm very grateful. And I really want you people to continue. If there's a chance for you to be able to have this type of sessions with our students and the other students in this area, at least twice or more than that in a term. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Salah. We really appreciate that also at our own level. Okay. And now, what are the things that you see as in terms of exam? What are most of the areas that you see students find it so difficult to prosper when it comes to this biology, physics, and chemistry? Most especially biology as your area of specialization.
Okay. Yeah. This is one of the areas involved with practical aspects, as they are going to be examined on their ability and skills of observing things carefully. It was unfortunate that we mostly give them the theoretical aspect, which makes it almost very challenging for them to be able to observe for the first time and then conclude from what they have observed. With this, I think it will be a huge shift, and I believe that the challenge will be at least.
Thank you.
We really appreciate the effort and also the gesture on behalf of the science department and of course the administration and the entire student body of Farafenni Senior Secondary School. See you again, and we wish you a safe journey back to the university.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is David Kidia, the assistant head of Farafenni Senior Secondary School and the outgoing leadership for the class of 2K25 and 2K26. I am from the Mighty 12 side.
Okay. That's great. The Mighty 12 science, Khadija UK Jao. Okay, nice to meet you, Khadija. So now, after all the practical conduct by the Science Club UEG students in these thematic practical areas of biology, physics, and chemistry, how do you feel to be part of this particular joyful moment and educative moment?
Okay, I will first start with thanking the UEG for coming all the way from the Combos down here to our region to come and teach us. though it was not an easy journey because leaving your families down there and coming all the way here to reach out to us, it is a difficult one. And we are very happy and glad because we learn new things, though we are learning things without seeing it. But as they all say, learning without seeing is just like a dream that can never be true. But as today we learn, most especially this projectile, we have learned it before, but today we have learned how to use how projectiles are done. We have learned also biology, new things that we haven't. We have learned also in chemistry new things that we haven't learned. And so them coming all the way just to close the gap from the urban center to the rural, to the urban center. It is something that we will really appreciate and say thank you, because we are glad to have it and we have learned many things as I learned, and I believe that my colleagues also did the same. On behalf of the school itself and the Students Leadership Council and the Mighty 12 Science, and representing the whole science student in general, I would like to say a big thank you to the youth students. Thank you so much. Today you have, it might just be a lesson to you, but it carries more than that. Because a lesson is a word that you transfer, but the information that is kept inside it is more than that. And today, the words that you guys have given us, it is very useful as exams are approaching. We learn new things, and if we go further in the exams and see these things, we will be able to remember things because we have seen it, not just by 3 words, but by also seeing. We like to say thank you so much for closing the gap between the urban and the rural center, and we are very grateful on behalf of the school entirely, the Mighty Science students, the student leaders.
It's very important because I know practical is a constraint for many schools. Although I must thank the Ministry of Education for supplying us enough now, almost enough materials on the sciences. But you coming also is welcoming because you will also add your own value to whatever teachers are teaching them. So it's a good thing, and then also welcoming.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. So, Mr. Principal, how are you going to address, or what are the words of wisdom that you will give to the science club members to take forward with?
Well, it's just in the first place to thank them and also encourage them to keep it up, because all that they are doing it for the nation, not for themselves. So in that case, if you are doing something not for yourself, that is, you are doing it wholeheartedly. So let them keep it up. And I know one thing is, it may be very expensive for you. And sometimes, fueling the vehicle, was the chemicals, some substance, is always a problem. So I will advise you, you can also reach out to schools, not for school to give you, but at least you organize fundraising, so that at least that would, supplement whatever, your expenditures are. Because I know it's not easy. I know there are some people here or there or your union who are helping, so it may not be enough. I know along the way some of you will be starving. So it's not easy. So that's what I would tell you, is just to keep it up. Know that you are doing it for your nation, and try to see where you can fetch out funds. Maybe you can reach out to schools, you can reach out to philanthropies, you can reach out to other people, and so they will help. What is important, very important.
Here, the school is Anglican Mission, upper and senior secondary school. We have students from the University of Education in Gambia Science Club. They take you on practicals, on biology, physics, and then chemistry. My name is Wale Sambu. I am the president of the University of Education, the Gambia Science Club. Learning becomes effective if there is what? Question and answering session. So he is Musa Salah, he will be taking you, and then she is also cutting down. So feel free, right?
It comes to our understanding that the materials within the urban area, when we come to the scientific aspect, and the materials at the rural area is different. The urban area is more exposed, so we deem it necessary to meet you people and expose you to certain scientific instruments and to encourage you to do science once you are in the senior school level. As far as science is concerned, there is a specific branch that we call biology. Am I not right? Yes. And under biology, there is something that we call cell. Because the word cells actually give us what we call biology. Looking at biology, we have bio, right? And what bio is all about? Bio. What is bio all about? Living things. Living things. So once we talk about living things, we have to talk about something that we call cell. Because all living things are made up of cell. The first thing we have on board is what? The definition of cell. In your own understanding. What is cell? Is it? Okay, madam. Cell is the basic unit of? Can we have round and plus 5?
Next, go down. Bend down. Let them bend down.
I teach like
Acid diacritic basic forms what?
Salt and water.
Salt and water. Only that is what process. Visualization, okay? So that is
the funnel, as we say, funnel will transfer liquid. Is it at zero? Is it at zero? Is that zero? Come on, sir. As well. But this is the prepared film. Put it here, release the air, Now press S. It will stop. And make sure that there is no air bubble. The pass. You press this E. Is it there? Is there? Now transfer it to how do you call it? Conical flask. You release. You press the E, it is releasing the base. So you are shaking. Look at the color. It was green. Now look at the color changing. That is two.
What is it?
One, two. Two point one. Your name should be.
I will divide by what? 1,000.
I hope you people, maybe this is not the first time of seeing this material. You may not see, but you see in future, or your teachers may explain. Huh? Yes. Okay, first of all, what is this? Is it the first time of you seeing this? Oh? No. What have you called it? This is a postcode. And this is measuring cylinder. Yes. It is used to measure
liquid. The name of this thing. What is the name of this? Stool. It is also said it's a what? Irregular what? Good. So, what is the name of this? Rope. We use this rope to what? Tie the stone. Whenever we want to measure the weight of the stone, right? Good. What is the name of this? String balance. String balance.
Wait for it.
My name is Maya Masaya. I'm in grade 9. Okay, I will say that I'm very appreciative for this because we have learned much of this and so many things about the microscope instruments and the other things, the practicals, and we have also learned many things about it.
Yes, my name is Mustafa. Yeah. In this school, I am the head boy of Anglican Mission of a basic school. I have to tell the club, thank you for visiting us inside the school. Because this is the first day I am seeing you guys roaming here. And I want to thank you because I learned a lot that I have never seen in my life today. Example like the microscope. I never used the microscope before. But today is my first time to use it, using the microscope.
Now, the question is a note. The volume of the tool is equal to the final volume. V1. Now the volume of this one, if you want to the volume of this, what we need is going to be V2 minus V1. The volume of one is shown now. So now the volume of V2, then V2 minus V1. And V2 is our 320.
My name is Mr. Goldberg Ubak. I'm a senior teacher and the head of Department of Science and Agricultural Science Department of this school. Yes, to the university students and for the members of this club, I would say congratulations. I really appreciate your efforts coming to Farafenni here, all the way from your campus down here, and what you have even imparted on the students is very, very, very impressive. I would say thank you very much. And the practical session was very, very interesting, though I was not able to attend to the biology class, but for the chemistry, it was very, very educative. Those are questions that students should expect in WAEC. It's in line with our curriculum, I must say that.
I am Mr. Prince Namach. I am the Vice Principal. Actually, I do not have much for you, but we will say that it is a good path that you people have taken. You know that we as Gambians, we need a lot in the sciences. So it is well encouraging, and it is a plus seeing people saying that you are science students and you are delving into sciences and so well committed that you have to come down to train your younger brothers and sisters, making presentations in your other areas like physics, chemistry and biology. So it is of good importance to them so that they see these things. I know that they have been seen a lot in class and in their practical sessions with their teachers, but having you two as their brothers, I think there is no connection, right? Let's say between me and with them than theirs and that of their teachers. So, as I said, the connection between you and them is stronger than that of them and their teachers. So, it also serves as encouragement, I know. They will, from here, think about what they want to do next in their senior secondary school, especially those that are in grade 9. And for those in 12 already, it is also just another push for them to keep pursuing, in the field of sciences after school, after grade 12, that, they try to apply into areas related to sciences and pursue more about, science. So this is, let's say, a brick to the ladder to the higher heights in science. You people coming down here and then, helping our students know more about the areas that they have been taught already in classes. Having you here for about 2 hours plus, that will also give them the opportunity to ask questions and see more about the processes involved in those experiments. So I know that they have learned a lot. They have learned a lot, and most of them are now endeared more into sciences. So we are very grateful and thankful to you people for choosing our school, most especially coming down here. It's not easy living combo, having drive, hundreds of kilometers coming down here to have sessions with our students. I think that is something that we should be grateful about. And I want to tell you that we are well appreciated.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
A student of Amast, grade 12 student for that matter, and then I would say that we appreciate the Science Club of the university that visited us. So we learned, and then it was fun, and then we also gained knowledge from them. In fact, we learned topics that were not even treated, and then these are examiners' topics. So we really appreciate, and then we are hopeful also to see you maybe in the next academy.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Rakonte from Soil Science. Today I learned a lot from Science Club of University of Education. I never knew that baking powder is used as a base and vinegar is used as an acid in the laboratory for titration. And today they make me to understand physics a lot, and they make me to love physics as a science student. Thank you.
Today we join you here in your school, St. John the Baptist Basic Cycle School. My name is Wale Sambu. I am the president of the University of Education, the Gambia Science Club.
It's a systematic story of what? Nature. Did you get what he said? He said what? Of nature. Science is the systematic story of nature. A big clap for her. Science is the story of living things and non-living. Science is the story of what? Living things and non-living things.
Now those systems come together to what? To make a complete human being to function. I get it. And those systems starts from where? It starts from the what? From a cell. So we accept that the definition is correct. Right? Yes. Now we move. Thank you so much.
Observe the water has
Put it inside the water. Lift the object and don't allow it to touch. Now allow it to rest. And now
Let's take it to
check this distance. Yeah, that one is not that don't look it down. Left eye level. When you look it down, look at your eye. You understand? First thing, what did we do at first? What did we do at first? We cut the onion. After cutting the onion, we remove what? The epidermis. After removing the epidermis, we place it on the slide. After placing on the slide, we apply what? The iodine. The iodine. How many drops do we apply? And then we place that cover slide. Now we are going to observe it here. Is that okay?
Come here, you will see. Boy, come here, you have to see it. Come. Boy, this number. They're not good.
You will get. When you observe this, they're going to tell you whether so you know when you observe this, you see like
Slowly, slowly. Read it. Slowly, slowly. You can add your sound.
This one.
Yes.
And then this one will continue.
Yeah, yes. Okay.
Then
you got pointless. What?
Yes. Go and bring example.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, what? Let's go.
So this is your so now after that we have what?
What are the most taken in the
There is one. Two. Now what do you do now? Open it. Inside. Now we are going to put it. This particle, this sample is soluble there. Only S is soluble. So all this S will, all this one will dissolve it. Now we dissolve it.
Use this part lot of this side.
So this is part. This air. So anything that is not soluble will remain here. Now what happened now? For everything. So observe something.
Anything that is insoluble will remain in the paper.
Soluble one
will go. So the one that are insoluble, how do you call it in this case? The one that doesn't pass. The one that is insoluble, how do you call it? Is it the filtrate or the residue?
Is it the filtrate or the
residue?
Is the residue?
Is the residue?
Is one that is what?
Anything that filter come here we call it what? Filtrate. Anyone that remain is the residue.
Now let's observe.
Is there any reaction?
Yes. Now compare the other
How about the second one? Sample S? There was no reaction. The reaction occurred in sample T. Reaction occurred in sample, but reaction did not.
okay, my name is Reverend Canon Obinachuks. I'm from Nigeria, and I'm the general science teacher here at St. John's College, and we are moving on pushing the students, putting their interest in the area of science. We are so glad that the students are so excited having the
science club team coming from the college. Most of the things they were taught in the school before I joined them were all as an abstract. They were all something like superficial, but with our involvement and the visit of these college students, they are seeing those things practical. When we go into cellular and unicellular organisms, we talk about microorganisms, they have made use of the microscopes and hand lenses to see some of these things and know that yes, these things are real life organisms. And other areas, physics and then chemistry, honestly we are very, very grateful to the college students from here. I wish they would come again even before the final exams, because their coming again would be an opportunity for them to remember what they have been taught. One appeal I will make is that the government should please help some of these schools to have science lab equipment, because science is based on empirical knowledge, and for that to happen they need these practical aspects. I pray that they will get something for the schools, at least the basic experiment apparatus that is needed to help us. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Daniel S. Gomez, the principal caretaker of St. John the Baptist Upper Basic School. St. John the Baptist is a school among other schools in the Gambia, and I am proud for the school. One simple reason: we don't compromise with standards and discipline, which these two things are key in whatever in life. Actually, as a principal of the school, your presence here definitely has really boosted not only interest but the morals and the interest of the students towards science in general. Science as a subject is something that needs more of practicals and interaction. Students understand better when they are involved in the making, and science is more of creation than just teaching abstract knowledge to the students. And honestly speaking, your presence here today has contributed immensely in inculcating interest to the discipline of science in the students. By the look of things, your group works and giving the students the privilege to view and touch some of these apparatuses you people are using is definitely another way of motivation for the students that are ready to become real science students. And St. John's, upon completion of grade 9 here, moving to the senior secondary school, 95% of my students go in for science. They are all science students. And after completing their grade 12, they'll come back here proudly with shining faces, very happy to come and show me their results. And most of them presently are doing their science courses with the University of the Gambia. So definitely your presence, your coming here, when you informed me that you people will be here, I was overshadowed with joy and eager to receive you. I was even expecting you're going to spend 5 days here only with St. John's, so that my students will be better equipped with a lot of skills and knowledges, and giving them the privilege to interact with most of your apparatus. Definitely, I really appreciate your coming, and I wish your authority also would definitely consider it fitting, so that this would be a continuity, so that you go around nationwide and share your experiences. You are teachers in the making, and I pray that you complete your course successfully. One day, I wish I have some of you to come back here and join me in the teaching of the science, with the skills, the wealth of knowledge that you will be gathering from the university or college of your colleague, at least to come and help share with the young innocent ones. So on that note, I thank you very much, and I really appreciate your coming, and may God bless you.
Good. Something happened? Yes. What happened? What is wrong? You see, this is sample what? Sample T. Good. This is sample T. You see?
So what happened? A reaction occurred?
My name is Banjul. I'm student of St. John Secondary School. I'm the head boy of the school. So we are thanking you all for coming here because there's one day and we get so many notes. We do so many practicals, some like testing, so many things. We do so many things practicals. So we are thanking you very much. So
afternoon. My name is Binta Yalo, a student from St. John the Baptist Basic Cycle School. I am the assistant head girl. I would like to thank the team of the university students. I've never seen a microscope before, but today I've seen a microscope and know some parts of it. I've never seen the plant cell and the animal cell like visually, but today they have shown me what is plant cell and animal cells. They showed me some similarities of the plant cell and the animal cell and some difference of it. Yeah, I'm so grateful, and with their team also, they are very good and they have taught us so many things.
Okay, good morning class. How are you all doing? So today we are here with my colleagues from the UEG, which is University of Education, to help you people on practicals. Because every year, the Science Club will embark on a tutorial tour. Now, last year we went to Basset. We took them on scientific areas, biology, physics, and chemistry. Those three, if you join them together, you have what we call general science.
Microscope. And what we need to understand here is what is the word, what is the meaning of this microscope, the parts within the microscope, their functions, and how to use the microscope. It's very, very important as far as the microscope is concerned. And
from 1 kilogram is equal to what? 1,000 grams. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So that is what we are going to do. So looking at this
You said something. You said what? You said this is a bottle, right? What is the name of this bottle? You said a bottle, but in physics there is a name for it, right? Who can tell me the name? All right. This is called a laboratory wash bottle. Laboratory wash bottle. And it contains what? Water inside or liquid, right? Good. What is the name of this material? Spring balance.
Okay, how do you call this?
This is called test tube.
Good. Can you please clap for him?
If you want to use a handle, it is a compound microscope. Why do we call it a compound microscope? You have what? Objective lenses. This is Ln, this is Ln, and this is also Ln. We call it what? Objective lenses. Again, you have different choices. If you want to choose this one, there is the smallest objective lens. If you want to choose this one, if you want, you choose another. How do you call it? How do you call this part here? Huh? How do you call it? We call it what? The eyepiece. When you want to visualize everything you see in the microscope, where do you place your eye? You look through. After that one, we move. Let us take an example. We are using this one. After the eyepiece, we move. We have what? We have another thing that we use. I get it. And how do you call it? How do you call it? This is what we call it. The cause. Looking at it. I see. I'm raising it up, right? This is where we hold the microscope. And how do we call it? We call it the arm of the. Thank you so much. Now after the arm, we have what? We have this one. And how do we call it? Huh? Objective lens. We call them objective lenses. After that we move. There's something that holds the objective lens. Am I not right? I'm looking at it, I can move it. I get it. How do we call it? Revolving. We have this one. And the one. And the mirror. We are using mirrors at our home. Am I not right? Yes. Now let us take an example. You have a mirror. You are standing at the sun. You do it like this. What are you expecting? The light rays will reflect somewhere else. Am I not right? Yes. Now this mirror also, once you position it in a direction where it gets light, once the light touches here, it reflects and gets to the one. Gets to the hole. That is apart from one. On the screen. Are you getting it? Now after the mirror we have one. How do you call it? The base of the microscope. Are you understand? Yes. What is the use of the base? What is the use of the base? Do you see me placing the microscope like this? No. How do I place it? So the base serves as what? Serves as the stamp of the what? Of the microscope. Are you getting me? Yeah. Any question?
Okay, so now we have now started. We are having 3 of us here, but we have 4 groups here. Well, that is good. You can just, I don't know where they can wait.
Now, tell me where you, tell me the matter. Huh? 45. Okay, say 45. There are group.
We need to tie our irregular object and then we have to gently immerse inside the measuring cylinder, which we already measured water into 300 milliliters. Now we make our measurement, we make our reading. You know the water level was in 300 milliliters. Now that we have immersed this code inside of it, we irregular object need to be covered. So now you can make your the water level rise. Every small line here is equal to
Check. You all check. Your eye level. Check your eye level. You see, everyone learning to 10. It's 3. Now that is your final task. Report is task 3.
Sample 1 then after observation you use what? This color and any other
today use that hand.
Yeah, you sample 1 is half.
Only those I give respect.
After you find.
And please know your sample. Know your sample.
Then after you tell us the color.
If it is red, you also red. If it is blue, you also red. There's no you will be able to know the color by using your what? Your eye. The texture by using your what?
Your skin.
Your skin. That is responsible for what? For feeling. Yeah. But the one that you should use, the part that you use is your hand. Is your hand to determine the rocks or the smoothness of the sample.
You are not observing, correct? You all agree with me?
No.
Now you go to the next sample, is what?
This is wrong.
You know what
After placing this slide, what do you think we should do next?
So clip it.
We should clip it. Why should we clip it now?
So that it can
Okay, thank you. So that it will not move, huh? Which means you already know the function of the clip now. That is the function of the clip. Now, after placing it, you have to observe whether it is a function. So now, as right now, this one is not at focus. We have to use what the course adjustment to take it at focus. While for us, our course adjustment and the fine adjustment are always at the same position. Huh? So okay, let's try to do that. So now we have the flare. We have the flare. So now after having it now, we will allow one by one. You see, and the next.
It's 35.5.
40 grand, huh? Okay.
Let's make it 300. V1 equals 300.
Are you alright? What? Come on. Where's that?
Now, how do you find your volume? D2 minus.
Our volume is 20. Density.
What's your answer? What is density? Mass over volume. What is your mass? What is your volume?
20.
So 14 divided by 20 is how much? What do you get? 2 what gram per milliliter as your density.
My name is Abdulsalam, a student of grade 9. I am the head boy. I have learned about some scientific apparatus, the spatula, the petri dish, test tube, hand lens, and the funnel, and etc. We appreciate their coming, we are welcoming them, and they did us something that we have never seen in class. For example, the petri dish, we never see it, we learn it on the board, but we never see it. And the test tubes, etc., some scientific apparatus, so we are appreciating them.
My name is Pamso, a student of Farafenni UEG. I am in grade 9 and a student in 9E. We are just from the chemistry class. We have learned a lot there, such as substance that can dissolve in water and substance that cannot dissolve in water. We also learn how to find the acidity of a substance and the alkalinity of a substance using some equipment such as the litmus paper. They told us that litmus paper can be so useful, it can help to know whether a substance is acid or base. And I would also like to thank them so much for taking their time and coming to our school to teach us this very important lesson. Today we learned a lot, because it is said that something that you learn just by reading and writing, you can easily forget it. But something that you learn and practice is something that I can say is unforgettable. Today I see many of the scientific materials that I never see. Although I always wish to be a doctor, and doing this today, I feel a lot of joy and I learned a lot. Thank you all.
My name is Per Mendy. I am a teacher in Farafenni Upper Basic School, teaching science, and I am the head of the science department. I will first thank God for you people making it here. And another thing is that I really appreciate the time you people come and how you come and conduct this experiment with the kids, which some of them they are already treated. It's just serve like a form of revision to them. And thanks to this initiative, which helps those who did not attend it. Because I realized that majority of the students did not do some of these things during their grade 7. I really appreciate how the teaching method you are using. This is the type of teaching method we expect in the area of science. Students should be familiar with the apparatus and steps involved in conducting experiments with them. So I don't have any other word to say, and just to say thank you with the effort that you and the time that you spend with these kids here. At least I know they will learn a lot and they will try to remember. Even if some questions like this happen to come in the exams, they always remember you people.
Because I know they don't copy you before. Hai, tahan.
Saka Samaldi, Farafenni General Hospital, the Joko ya Odli, Kif Odli le Montati. So, Ntolemu Odli Cleanaldi. So, Bala Najang, I am content Bakele, Tonatunya Dogu Kende Balakajang, Ala Dogu Nyafna Contanta, La Dogu Clone Yellow Kekam, I Banku di Yasile. So, Contanta Bakele and Nala, Alebla mentioned Antem Hotel Jonora, so Ada Malbal Jonora. So kabonna kibla nan kajina ba be tun lam ba jela ba tonal konton la anala nani makam fonni sewode mal konton bage ala baraka bage.
I am Mr. Alibari. I am the head of the duty room, the principal nursing officer in this hospital. And so as you can see today is though it's a public holiday, but it's a very, very busy day for me because I am alone on the ground. But nonetheless, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you, the UEG Science Club from the University of the Gambia, for a job well done. We really appreciate your coming, and we encourage such kind of behaviors at all costs. Not waste too much time, as I said, though it's a very busy day, but we would like to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude starting from the CEO down to the last person, to say to all of you, thank you for your job on the well done. Because it's an initiative that everybody is highly welcome to do. Because not everybody such things like such a day like this, like Workers' Day itself, to put it to last. But with your this initiative and the job that you've conducted, we are so appreciative. We want to say thank you to all of you. So thank you all.
Thank you.
This opportunity to extend our appreciation to the Farafenni General Hospital, because this is a moment that we've been looking forward to, and then today it happens. I think Mr. Barry, right? Yes. Good. Being the representative of the admin, and then the name again? Yes, sir. Chief Ordi and Kajari Jafune. I think the CEO, he is the one who assigned this man to be on behalf of him. But honestly, this is an amazing moment, because we even spoke to the CEO. He said currently he's having a meeting, so he will just represent him. But just to tell you that we really appreciate the welcome. And then hospital is a place for everybody, because we understand that this place is a general hospital and it's a place for referral. In the North Bank region here, Farafenni General Hospital is one of the main hospitals here. So, and I think that every day they normally register patients. And then patients being at an environment that is not conducive, I think it is something that will really affect their lives. So if the environment is always clean, whereby whenever they come, the environment is clean, it can enhance their peace and it can enhance their health. So health is everything. And then as the Gambia College, now University of Education Science Club, this is what we are always promoting for, health. So I think this is a really great initiative, and then we are also looking forward to have a continuous collaboration anytime that because I think this is something that you people also will always look for. So basically, we are really grateful for that, and we want to thank you for that. Thank you.
Amin, 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 amin.
Amin.
Good evening, members of the high table. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor for me to this Bantaba. Yeah, basically we are going to discuss on the concern regarding our trips, our achievements, and what are the things that we've experienced. Because I believe we are the scientists, we are the one that should develop this country, we are the one that should able to take the education system of this country to another level, basically in the science aspect. Alright, so I goes by the name Mr. Aladi Bojang. I'm a lab assistant in the University of Education, formerly Gambia College.
Thank you, Mr. Bojang. I am Jawanti Conte, a student of University of Education, the Gambia Science Club, Finance Minister.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kachindal, the Logistic Minister of University of Education Science Club.
Good evening, viewers. This is Wali Sambu, the President of the University of Education, the Gambia Science Club. Thank you all.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Sheriff Bangura. I'm the Chairman of the University of Education, the Gambia Science Club.
Okay, thank you very much. Basically, before we start the program, I would like to give a quick recap on the previous years since when I joined the club. That was in 2021. We visited LRL, that is Region 4, and the school we visited was Tahir Ahmadiyya Muslim Senior Secondary School and Soma Opa Senior Secondary School. And the president by then was His Excellency Musa Conte. And in 2022 also, under the leadership of Mr. Trawale, they also visited URL, that is Basse, Region 6. That was in 2022. And in 2023, that was my tenure when I was the president. We also visited Region 3, that is Farafenni here. In 2024, under the leadership of Keba Samba, they also visited the schools in URL, that is Brikamaba, Makati, the schools in those ends. In 2025, under the leadership of Mohamed Jata, they also visited Basse. And this year, 2026, under the leadership of His Excellency Wali Sambu, we are also in Farafenni. And the schools we visited are Farafenni Senior Secondary School, Anglican Missionary, St. John the Baptist, Farafenni Upper Basic School. And so next year perhaps we may also target another region, because looking at this country we have many places that the club has yet to be in that place. In the place like in the Nyomi and Bara, so going towards how to call it, was Wasu. So I believe the next executive can able to take it off from where we stop. Yeah, so the discussion on this journey, I'm going to open the floor for discussion on the journey, because we've left all the way from Brikamaba campus, then we passed Region 2, we left Region 1 there, we passed Region 2, coming to Region 4, we cross the river Gambia, then we come to Farafenni. So we want to share our experience to the members who are viewing, or those who do not have the opportunity to join us in this trip. So what do you think, or what are the things do you adventure on the way towards coming to Farafenni? Yeah, the floor is open.
Oh, okay. Regarding the journey, right? Regarding the journey, it wasn't easy, because looking at the time, we left there after 2, almost 3 o'clock. So the journey was not easy. When you look at the road as well, we had some challenges on the way coming. When we before we reached here, it was already after Maghrib prayer, going to Isha prayer. So when you look at the length of the journey, it was too lengthy. People were tired, and then though we had some we stopped at Kiang and then when you come to Jara Soma also we stopped there, but it wasn't an easy journey, to be honest.
Okay, thank you very much, Kathy. That is the social secretary. Yeah, as you are saying that the journey is not easy. Yeah, it's true. It is not easy, especially when it comes to the temperature, because we are living the coastal area going towards the inland. That is the inner part of this country. So the more you go, the more the temperatures will increase. Yeah, so it is never easy, but we've made it. I can say that. Yeah. So when it comes to the Farafenni senior UBS, because that's the place of we are lot, and I would also like to recognize the effort of the administration, for giving us this ground for us to use it, because these are things that we the Gambians we are so good at, for lodging people, and indeed I believe we are all grateful to the administration, and we pray that may God guide them towards whatever they are looking in life. Yeah. So aside from that, when we came in Farafenni, and there are a lot of things that we've seen, the nature of the environment different from Combo, coming to the temperature, so these are things that we most of us, this is the first time we are coming to this end. So what do you have to tell, or what do you have to say about that? What do you feel in the temperature differences? Because looking at the Combo, sometimes it hurts, but not compared to this place. So what are the things that you want to tell to the viewers, especially the teachers that are in this area, so compared to the Combos, the temperature is not easy. I mean the hardship. Yeah. So, and we are all from the same institution that we train, that is the University of Education in Gambia, but now they are posted in this at this end. So what do you have to tell them?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. I believe it is a very interesting question. To begin with, Farafenni was a place where I was teaching for 8 good years, starting from 2016 to 2023, where I later went back to the university to pursue my advanced diploma secondary. The school currently where we are lodging is a school where I also taught for 4 good years. So I was having this rapport with the school because I am not a new staff here. That is why we did not struggle when we were coming. So in fact, from the first day, when we say, okay, yes, this year we are going to North Bank region, particularly Farafenni, I said to myself that whenever we agree to go to Farafenni, that will not be a problem, because accommodation in Farafenni, especially the place where we are going to stay, it is not going to be a problem, because there's a school where I taught, and then I believe this is about giving back to the community again. Back some time ago, during the Ramadan, the temperature used to go up to 40 to 41. But in this time, we are experiencing 38, 37, 39 at most. So I think right now, although it is a bit different with the Combos, but I think as Gambians, we can able to fit in every environment where we are. So I think so far so good. It is going fine. We are coping with the environment right now. So I think that is fine. They welcome us. It is amazing. And then I think everything is going fine right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Aside from that, I would love to talk about the aim of this trip. Yeah, basically, as I said earlier on, that we are the hope of this nation. We are the one that should contribute to the development of this nation, especially when it comes to education, science particularly. And the aim of this trip is to bridge the gap between the rural and urban schools when it comes to science practicals. Because we realize that most of these schools in the Combos, they have standard labs, and they have access to many scientific apparatus and experiments. So that is the main reason why the club every year used to target a particular place, particular schools, to go and see its knowledge to the students that are not having this opportunity. And the clubs, and the topics that we used to discuss in the senior schools, we discuss or we talk about titration. We show the students on how to titrate. Normally we have 2 types of titration, that is acetone base and redox titration. Yes, but due to the materials, availability of the materials in some of the schools, so we make things very easier for them, because we used to bring our own materials from the university to the schools. Then the students interact with those materials, have access to those materials, interact with those materials to be able to do the life practical by themselves. So looking at the grade 12 or the senior sector, we do titration to them. Also projectile motion, because these are the topics that, especially projectile motion, these are the topics that we learn in senior school. That is grade 10 syllabus. We learn projectile motion, but most of us, we have never seen a projectile launcher. Even I can remember when we went to Farafenni senior, one of the students said, "Oh, this is projectile." Oh yes. So these are things that we've been dreaming for students to see materials that they've never have access. So in the senior sector, we talk about titration, projectile motion, and cell theory. Yeah, so looking at titration, especially in the WA syllabus, every year chemistry, it used to appear either acetylene-based titration or redox titration. But I believe in the last 2 years, they've been bringing titration, redox titration. Yeah, so I believe our coming or us having this session with the students has, really built a lot of things in their mind, because most of them, they do not have the privilege to be interacting with these materials before their exam. Or at times, I can remember when I was in senior school, we only started practicals, when they said maybe a month to exam or 2 weeks to exams. And I believe that is also happening in other schools. And also the second also projectile motion, because this projectile motion, many schools are not having this projectile equipment. Because I can remember when we went to one of the school, the student was asking me, "So this is how projectile looks like?" So it is the first time that they are seeing it. So I believe also it is also a privilege or an opportunity for them also to have that, to interact with the materials, and also looking at the cell theory. Because the cell theory is a thing that we've been learning since our grade 7, coming to also senior school. But many of the students don't even, many of the science teachers, I can say, not even the students, most of the science teachers, do not have, the materials in their schools, especially the microscopes, to be able to teach the students on the live particle, that is to view the plant cell or animal cell. So I open the floor for discussion regarding to that aspect. Yeah.
Right, thank you, Mr. Boja. In the light of the practical aspect, most of the schools without material, for me, the government should help those schools in basic materials like the microscope, even the light microscopes, and some of the chemicals during titration, because I know it is expensive. And I will advise the schools also to be open to science clubs that normally come to their school for tutorial classes, more especially University of Education, the Gambia, because I can see now in all the regions, we have visited all the regions in the Gambia, starting from Region 1 up to Region 6 in Basin. So other schools that we have not visited, the upcoming executives also will endeavor to visit those schools and help those people in dealing with this practical, because it's part of their syllabus. Theory alone is not sufficient, because as you say, what you see stays in your mind, but what you read, you can't forget about that. So I will advise, let the schools also write to institutions that can help them with these scientific materials, because they cannot afford it, but with the help of the government, they can have those scientific materials so that the students can see this plant cell and animal cell they have been learning theoretically in the books. So I think that will be helpful for the students in the next generation to come. Yeah.
Regarding the practical aspect, the challenges that students were facing, because I personally was among the biology team, where we were taking students on practical aspect and theory aspect as well. But looking at the ground, from Monday to Thursday, we face a lot of challenges, the students too as well. Because when you ask them questions, they'll be like, "I don't know this, I've never seen this, how does this look like?" Understand? And most of the time, we are dealing the grade 12 students and the grade 9 students, and they are about to sit their exams. So for them not having the understanding of the particular topic or subject, it is going to really disturb them when it comes to exam. Because when you look at science, it's more of practical than theory. So if they don't have the clue about the subject matter, it is going to really disturb them. I think the schools too need to help them when it comes to this scientific apparatus, because I can remember there was this student who was asking me a particular instrument, how does it look like, their parts and all that. So they'll be like, I learned this, but I've never seen it, you understand? So it is very, very challenging, because when they look at it, it do comes to their exams. If they don't have a better understanding of it, it is really going to disturb them. So the school need to look into those areas very well.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think when it comes to the practical aspects, most of the schools in the Gambia, especially in the rural areas, they lack these practicals, because that is why we are saying we want to bridge the gap. Bridging the gap means what the schools in Congo are having, we want the same thing to apply to the schools in the provincial areas. So that is why, looking at us, we are from the Congo areas, that is from the urban center. The reason why we are coming to the provincial areas is because we realize that some of these provincial schools, they do face challenges, most especially when it comes to exam. When it is time for this WAS results to be released, or GABEC, we realize that some of the schools in the provincial areas, they underscore. So that is why we realize that we need to go to rural areas and let them get exposed to those scientific materials, most especially in science areas. So science needs practical. In fact, there was a day that the school that we visited at the Farafenni Upper Basic School, students were doing well, because during the interaction, we realized that they have the potentials. But the gap here was, most of them were saying that it is their first time for them to view a plant and an animal cell. Though they normally learn it, like they learn it from the textbook. But seeing it reality, like seeing it in a microscope, this is the first time. In fact, I think after the session, we did have a discussion with the admin whereby they can go further and help them in that area. So this is the recommendations that we are giving. The government alone cannot do it. I think this has to be a collaboration, both the government and the private sectors. We have philanthropists, we have good Samaritans, individuals who can able to help the schools. We are calling on all those stakeholders to come together and make it happen, because at the end of the day, this is our Gambia. This is the Gambia that we want. This is the Gambia that we want, that can able to compete countries outside, because there is no difference. If you have the materials, you can able to do what the outside countries are doing. So I think these recommendations that we are putting forward, I want each and everybody to look at it and then make it possible so that it can be accessible to all the schools in the Gambia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boja. I think my colleagues have said a lot, and I will just add to a few of what they've said. If you look at schools in the rural areas, all they learn is mostly a picture that they see in the book or a diagram that is drawn by the teacher. So if you bring the live material to them, they might not even recognize it. If you ask them, what is this? They will not know. But the moment you tell them this is a beaker, they will say, yes, I've heard the name, but they do not recognize the materials that they've seen. Most especially the projectile launcher, right? Yes, most students do not, have never seen that before. So I think we need schools to have all those materials intact. Also with regards to that, the schools, when we went to Farafenni, as we said, if you look at the students, when they are interacting with the materials, they learned a lot. So we don't want, we want a future for students to be involved in practical aspect, because we can see that the world is evolving through science, and we can't do science without practical. So if the schools are being involved in practical with the materials themselves, then the students will learn a lot. They won't just forget what they've learned in class. So I think that's all I have. Thank you very much, Mr.
Okay, looking at the science teaching method, because science cannot be taught without practicals. I always say this, that science becomes life in the lab. It means, it has to go with what's called learning by doing. The science teaching method. Science teaching method is different from other subjects. Like example, English. The way you teach English, you cannot teach science in that way. The methodology are not the same. Because you look at the science teaching methodology, in the nature of science, it will tell you that we have what they call lecture method, teaching method, we have what they call lecture cube method and laboratory method. So science becomes alive in the laboratory. Because looking at the concept that you are teaching, the chemistry, the physics, the biology, it has to deal with what, with the life practicals. So let's take an example. When we went to one school here, one of the students was saying, oh, because he saw the baking powder, that is the bicarbonate. So she said that she has never known that bicarbonate is a base, because the chemical formula, the chemical compound called is what? Sodium hydrogen peroxide 4. So she says she has never known that baking bicarbonate, that baking powder, is a base. Even the vinegar that we use at home, she said that she has never known that vinegar is also an acid. So these are things that students are not oriented because they've not seen it before. So them interacting with that titration, it also enhance their mind or their knowledge into things that they are also interacting at home, can either be acidic or basic. So looking also at the genome sector, we talk about cell theory, density, and also investigations about the different mysterious substances to determine their physical appearance, to determine their texture, their solubility, that is their chemical properties, whether they are soluble or they are not insoluble. They've also learned the skills of measurement, because they are given a particular mass that they should measure. So those interaction, those measurements that they deal, I believe they've enjoyed it and also they have learned a lot. So what do you have to say about students doing different science process skills, that is such as classification, predicting, interpretation, dealing with recording, observation? Because I remember one of the students that somewhere, the president asked the person that, what is observation? The person said that observation means looking careful. They also know that observation has gone beyond only looking, because looking at observation means the use of the 5 common sense to observe at even or an object. Like for example, if I play a music and I ask the students, can you observe this song, which artist sing this song? Because you're gonna use your eye to know this is the artist who sing this song. You can also use your nose, you can also use your tongue or your skin. What do you use? Your hearing. If I place an object and ask you, this object, is it a red, or what color is it having? Is it red or black? You can only use your eyes, but you cannot use your ear, your nose, or your tongue, or your skin. If I place an object and I ask you to see whether the object is cold or is hot, so the only thing that you can do is for you to use your skin. But you cannot just look at the object like that, and you tell me this object is hot. No, or you can also smell it or listen to it. So if I also give you a food and ask you whether this the taste, whether is it is salty or is not salty, you can only use your tongue. But you can also look at and tell me whether this food is salty. Also talking also about the sense. So these are the ways that we need to explain this concept to students, what is all about observation. But through that practical investigation of the mysterious substance, they were able to use different science process skills to observe objects or substance in different methodology. So what do you think we can improve as a club, or what do you think the science teachers in this country should always emphasize on? Whether we should improve in the learner-centered method, or we should improve on the teacher-centered method. So what do you think? Because our nature of science encourages us to do what they call learner-centered method. Yes, the floor is open for discussion.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Boja. I think with regards to that of the investigation, those process that you've just stated, and we went to that, of course, an upper basic school, which is very rare. Most of the times our club usually goes to senior secondary school. So this time we decided to visit the upper basic school because we wanted to start from grassroots. This is where they should decide which field they want to go into. So if they learn these things at an early stage, they will have more interest in joining science as a field, of course. Yes, those skills that you just mentioned, that is observation, measurement, inference, and others. Those are skills that basic skills that one needs to become a scientist. So if the students are observing all those skills at this early stage, this will give them the motivation to become scientists one day. So I think those things, it is very important that teachers use learner-centered method because it makes the student learn, and when they learn it through visibility, they won't easily forget it. Very rarely forget it. So I think that's a method that teachers should be using in school.
Yeah, sure, you are right, because even I can remember I once posed this question to the students. I asked the person, who is a scientist? And the best answer that you can get from the students is anybody who discovers something. Most of the times you ask somebody who's a scientist, or even in the society, many people have these misconceptions in science that anybody who discover is a scientist. But as far as you don't do any discovery, you are not a scientist. So I guess we, as a science teachers, as far as nature of science is concerned, we say that a scientist is anybody who has an expert knowledge in science and work on any field of what science. As far as you have expert knowledge in the field of science and you work in any other field of science, you are called a scientist. But many people think that you only have to discover for you to become a scientist. Yeah, so thank you very much for that. I believe the last agenda in the itinerary is about appreciations. Remember, we are from an institution. We have a lot of support in our administration, from the central administration coming to the school level, to the departmental level, to the coordinators, and to the entire students' body. So what do you have to tell to those people, more especially? Yes, and also in the schools also that we visited, from Farafenni Senior to the Anglican, to the John the Baptist, and Farafenni Upper Basic schools. So we've also, learned a lot of things. We've interacted with, those administrators. So what are the things do you have to tell to them or to the general members who are viewing this program? Yeah, the floor is open.
Okay, I think the appreciation should start from our school itself, the University of Education, the Gambia, because if not them, we wouldn't have been here in the first place. Firstly, thank our administration for opening their doors to us whenever we bring this kind of ideas to them, and also the science department as well. We want to thank them. We want to thank the science department as well, because they are our HOD, and then whenever we bring this kind of ideas as well, they're always in support of us. And then coming to the school that we went to, from the Farafenni Senior Secondary School down to UBS as well. When we go to any school that we go, they always open their doors for us, because they could say they have science teachers here, they don't need us. But whenever we go to each school, they open their doors for us. And even when you look at when we go to the, Anglican school, some of their science teachers were always in the class, to be part of the practical and the teaching aspect, because they want to know more. As a teacher, you should be curious and then wanting to learn as well. So I want to thank also the school that lodged us as well. We have many schools here. They could say we can go to any school, but they warmly welcome us as well. So I want to also thank the executive and also our chief advisors. Since the beginning, they have been with us till the end of the journey. So I want to say a big thank you to the Science Club members as well. Thank you.
I'll start as my colleague rightly said. Without the central admin today, we would not make this journey. But also, I will not go without giving thanks to Pura for donating us in the financial aspect. Pura definitely helped us in this journey. They really give us a lot of funds that we collected and we embarked on this trip.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bojang. I think where we'll begin is to thank the central admin, because it is where it started from. since the time that we planned this journey, we've been knocking their doors, engaging them. And then through their support and their blessing, these trips, is becoming a successful one. And then also, with regards to our donors, Pura played a significant role here. Because some time ago, we were engaging them frequently. And then anytime that we engage them, they always opened up their doors for us. They always opened up for discussion. And then honestly, they donated us. And then that support means a lot to us. And then also to our Deputy Vice Chancellor also, I can remember the time that we also reached out to him. He also equally opened up his doors for us. And then he also did a lot to us. Back to the VC, who is the Vice Chancellor, he also opened up his doors for us, because from the inception, it was the point at which we were having meetings, because he is the first person who should approve our going. And then I can remember anytime that we reach out to him, he is always welcoming. He's very friendly, and he also listened to us. Especially when we told him that we are science club, and then our mission is to make sure that schools across the Gambia, most especially in the provincial area, we realize that there are gaps in the provincial area. So we want to go to the provincial schools to impact knowledge, to help the students, so that when it comes to their WEG and their WAS exams, they can able to perform well. So at that time, the VC really welcomed the idea. He was very, very happy with regards to the initiation. So to our DVC, equally the same thing, and also our CDO, who is the Chief Director of Operation, the former principal of the Gambia College. He also did inception, amazing. He supported our idea. Back to Madam Dow, she also did well. Honestly, whenever you call Madam Dow, whenever you talk about Madam Dow in the Gambia, no one is in the Gambia who is an educator who will say he or she does not know Madam Dow. Honestly speaking, Madam Dow did great, honestly. Back to the registrar, who is Mr. Yabo, he also did the same. So to our head of school also, he also did the same thing. So they all supported us. To our head of department, who is Mr. Yoruba, he also did the same thing. Going to Mr. Koli and Madar Samba, they all supported our journey. That is why today we are not struggling. That is why today, through their blessings, they saw us the way. So going to the schools where we visited to start with will be the Farafenni Senior Secondary School. Because before the visit, I communicated with the principal. And then when I did that, he welcomed the idea, because he is also from the provincial area. When we told him that we are from Combos and then we are coming to the provincial schools to help students at the provincial area to be improved in the science areas, he welcomed the idea. That is why we did not have any challenges with regards to that. From Farafenni Senior Secondary School, we went to Anglican Mission. When we talked to their administration, they also welcomed the idea, and then they were there with us throughout the session. They were there with us throughout. Being in the classrooms and outside, they were supportive. Going to St. John the Baptist, I think I have to do justice here. I will have to commend the current principal of St. John the Baptist, Mr. Gomez. He has been a leader who always try to see the performance of the students, because I have been interacting with him for many times now. So the time that we told him that we are going to his school, he really welcomed the idea. And he was also there with us throughout the session. So going to Farafenni Upper Basic School also, the same thing. Their teachers were there with us. Their head of the department, science department, Pierre, and Mendy also was there with us throughout the session. So the students really complied, and then at the end of the day, what we expected is what we get, because they really complied, and then they saw understanding with regards to all the topics that we discussed with them. So basically, so far so good. We are very happy with all the schools that we visited. And then this is what we expected. To all the other schools also, we want them to always open up their doors to the students. most especially the students of the University of Education, especially the Science Club. Anytime that we are coming back again to their schools, let them always create that open door for them, because we are doing this for our future. We are doing this for our brothers and sisters for their future. So honestly, we are very happy, and then we are very thankful. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Boja. I think, first of all, as my colleague rightly mentioned, we want to thank the administration of the University of Education, the Gambia, because without them, this journey wouldn't be possible, because we need permission from them at first. And we also thank the schools that welcomed us with open arms, and then we also went to the hospital for cleaning exercise, and they are welcoming as well. So we would like to thank everyone that supported us throughout this journey. Thank you very much to each and every one of you.
Thank you very much. To end this program, so that's the reason why we left all the players from combos come to the provincial schools, because we believe that in the combos we have a lot of senior schools that are having a lot of good equipment in their laboratory. But coming down to the provinces here, there are a lot of schools with science lab, but they are not equipped. So that's why we deem it necessary to come to the provincial areas, to be able to bridge the gap between the rural and urban schools. On that note, I would like to thank each and everyone for your time, for having the time for it, because having the time to discuss about science issues is a development, because development does not only talk about buildings, and infrastructures, no, but bringing ideas that will be the building block for a nation to develop. So on that note, I would like to thank each and everyone, the members for their participation, from the president to the last person. Thank you, Ajaramba.